Hello, everybody. Rob Cootie here, and today is Friday, Freelance Friday. Can you believe it? Today is the 13th. As much as I hate to say it, Friday the 13th. I'm not superstitious. I don't get into that stuff, but I know a lot of people do, and today is one of those days a lot of people are like, today's the 13th. This really sucks. I didn't even think about it until the show came up. So happy Friday, everybody. TGIF. It's always great to have a Friday, and today is no different. As you know, each and every Friday is our Freelance Friday. This is going to be episode number 6. If you look at the ticker, episode number 66. It's hard to believe. That being said, we will be talking about anything and everything network marketing today. As you know, we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. We never have any subject that's off limits. And I know that we've had some shows that make people cringe because we cover things that people don't want you to know. But you have a right to this information. It empowers you, and it helps you to be a focused business building machine capable of achieving amazing things in this great business model. And speaking of that, we ask each and every day that you help us with the algorithm. When you engage with us, which includes sharing, if you're on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, any of our other social media platforms, when you engage with us, which means leaving comments, giving us thumbs up, whatever, and sharing those platforms with our fellow network marketers all across the globe, it helps to get our content out in front of more people. We ask that you help us do that. We work really hard to bring top-notch content you can't get anyplace else that would empower you. And we want to see you succeed in this business model, and you can help someone else you don't even know all across the globe or anywhere across the globe by simply taking a second to share. Start that positive process by using our hashtag, which is hashtag TheMLM Solution, hashtag TheMLM Solution. And if you're at our website, please hit the share button. And our website address is themlmsolution.net. With that being said, I want to get up here so we can get this episode started. So I'll see you in a minute.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your hosts, Rob Cootie and Marie Cannon.
What are you trying to look like our Freelance Friday logo there?
Yes, I am.
Well, wait, here. Let me do this.
Oh, there you go. You are awesome. Where are you getting these things? You make me jealous. That's flipping awesome. Where are you getting these things? You got a secret stash going on somewhere.
I do have a secret stash going on. I cannot reveal my sources. Sorry.
Evidently not.
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
If anybody knows, it's a Starbucks, in case you can't tell. Oh, there it is. There's the logo.
Sure it is. It's a Starbucks.
See it? Can you see it? The wife got that for me. And I love it. There's something cool about it. Anyway, that is cool. You know what? She's got a source and she won't share it. If anybody knows where she's getting those, please comment. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, man. So, Miss Murray, how's your week been?
The week has been very busy. And today is Friday the 13th. So, I don't know. I'm not the superstitious type either, but it's one of those days where I was just going to say I'm going to avoid black cats, but I live with 2 of them. So I think I'm just screwed.
Oh, there you go. There's no avoiding that. It's right there.
I got to go find a ladder to walk underneath.
Yeah, exactly. And break a mirror. Go ahead, do it all.
Walk down the street, stepping on all the cracks in the sidewalk. What are the other superstitions? I don't even know.
Oh, gosh. Don't wear one sock. What is the other? It's walk under something, not just a ladder, but there's something else. But you're not supposed to wear one sock.
Why would you wear one sock?
I don't know. I don't know.
That just seems odd.
Yeah, it is odd. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I promise today I will not wear one sock.
I'm afraid to do all of them at one time. Stand underneath a ladder with one sock,
Holding a black cat.
Because I'm afraid lightning will come down and get me. Clear blue sky, lightning will come down out of nowhere. So I'm not superstitious, but at the same time, I will not tempt fate. So
And it's interesting where superstitions come from too, though, right? Like people have their lucky shirt, lucky sock,
Yes,
lucky whatever that they
That's
wear
right.
when they go gambling or go on a job interview or whatever.
Yeah.
So what makes something lucky until it's not anymore? I don't know.
yeah. Well, it's funny you say that because I'm not superstitious, but when I played football and basketball, I'm going to tell you that I did wear certain things that I had to wear all the time. And it did make me play better, believe it or not, but it was all psychological. I mean, come on.
Well, right, and part of it's routine, right? I mean, Tiger Woods, the golfer, if you ever notice when he plays in his championship matches, the finals match, he's always wearing a red shirt, right?
That's right. Yep.
So I don't know if that's like a luck thing for him or that's like his power color or whatever it is. But
Well, when I did it, for me, I can only speak for me. When I did it, Miss Marie, it made me feel like, okay, I'm ready. I got my game face on. I'm totally focused. And my whole attitude changed right off the bat. So maybe that has something to do with it.
well, partially, yeah, right? Because it's not a practice. This is game day. It's go time. It's
Right.
one and done. It's whatever. So
And you didn't put that on unless you positively were ready. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
You didn't do it to practice. You didn't do it to goof off. You only put that certain thing on for a reason.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Have you ever done anything like that with your business in order to put your game face on? Wear something in particular, have something sitting on your desk, use a lucky pen? I don't know.
Yes, I do. Believe it or not.
What do you do?
I get dressed in my business attire.
So you're suiting up because it's game day.
Yep. My whole attitude changes when I do that.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
No, it falls under that category, dress for success, right? And even, people working at home this past year, lots of people for the first time not having to dress up and go into the office. You hear about people, oh, I'm working in my pajamas, or all I do is put on a dress shirt because on the Zoom calls, you don't know that I have my gym shorts on or whatever it happens to be. But there's something to be said for that dressing for success, that idea of dressing up and being serious and getting down to business and
That's
making
it right
things
there.
happen. So I think it's very much a personal thing. It works for some people. Other people, they
That's
do
right.
better when they're more comfortable, right? When they
That's
can
right.
sit at home and they can sit in their sweats or their tracksuit or whatever, and they're comfortable, they find they get more done that way. So
That's right.
you
There it is.
gotta find what works for you.
You got to find what works for you. Absolutely. And that's the thing is that, it changes my whole attitude about everything. And so it makes it tough. And I'm not ignoring you here. I'm trying to do 10 things at one time here.
I was going to say you're multitasking.
I am, and I don't like it. I need to be focused on what I'm doing, but I got an important to see here.
That's more of a woman quality typically. Have you ever heard? Well, I come out of the computer industry, right? And they always said men are like DOS because DOS as an operating system is very task oriented. It executes one thing at a time. So men are like DOS because they tend to be more single track, single minded,
Yes.
focused on things. And then women are like Windows because you can have multiple windows open at the same time with multiple things going on and whatever. I can't remember the name of the comedian. There's some comedian that does a bit about that, and he shows a box and he's like, this is a person's brain. If it's a man's brain, you take out one thing You focus on it, you put it back, you take out the next thing, you focus on it, you put it back. And then for the women in the box, he just like pulls out this tangled ball of wire. It's like you have no idea what's going on. It's like everything at once.
Man. That's funny.
Yep.
Well, no, it's to be honest with you, as you know, this week has been crazy with dogs and people, hospital issues, right? So it has really cut into the amount of time that I've been able to get in front of the computer and get things done. Now, the little bit of time that I have been doing, believe it or not, is I have been cutting down. I don't know about you, but I have 2 or 3 stacks of those.
Oh my goodness.
Those are backup discs from the old days. And there's tax documents, important documents, family pictures. And I keep saying, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. So since I've been I haven't been able to sit in front of the computer, because if I sit down in front of the computer, I usually do, 2-3 hours at a time and then get up, take a break, come back and do another. And I haven't been able to do that. So what I've been doing is just taking like an hour and I'll go through it. Yep. Nope. You ought to see the trash can. It's full. It's full of. And so what I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm consolidating what I need. Like that first pile I showed you is all going to go on 1 or 2 discs. All of those are old CDs that don't hold a lot of data. And so now I'm going to put them on a DVD, and it carries 4.2 gigabyte. And so I can put a lot of data on there. I can start throwing all that other and just take that, and down to that. Now, that's not important. I'm doing it in my spare time because I've got this appointment, I got that appointment, and, I've got to take the dogs here. And it has just been chaotic. Very little routine. The groove. When you get the groove, your daily routine, it's been turned upside down this week. So instead of fighting it and getting frustrated over it, I said, you know what? I'm going to be positive and I'm going to make some progress on something. What can I do that will that needs to be done that I haven't done? And there you go. And I found a lot of important stuff that I had forgotten about, like most people do, right? Mm-hmm. And I found some even more important to me, some family photos and videos that I had forgotten all about my grandkids and my dad and all that. And so, you know what? It was a great time. Of course, I saved all those and I'll be burning them onto a disk and putting them on iCloud as well to make sure I don't lose them. But my goal is to just whittle that down. And the only reason I made those in the old days, as you know, when you're doing, you've been in the IT field for quite a while. You've been down this road. You back up a PC, and it used to be in the old days, all you could do was put a CD in there. You couldn't put a DVD. So there was no online backup. You had to burn everything to a CD, and then if you had an issue or you had to update your computer, you were scared to death to update because you thought sometimes you did, you lost everything. There was no flash drives. I think flash drives were starting to come out, but you get my point. You get my drift.
Yep.
And so, oh my gosh, you had to burn it. And, I had 3 computers. I had 2 laptops and I had a desktop. Like most people, my laptops, one was for business. The other one was for when I did contract work, like if I worked for Ford or if I worked for Papa John's, that was for that, right? But my other one was for my other businesses. And then, of course, my desktop was for home use, paying bills and things like that. So, I had to maintain, and that's where those discs came from, was backups just in case. So there you go.
Yep, I can do you one better. I just went through a bunch of do you remember the little 3.5 inch?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Little plastic with the door that slid back and forth.
Those things are so slow, it's not even funny. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you still have those. Oh my gosh.
Well, not anymore. I just chucked them all because I'm like, I don't even know what's on there anymore. It can't be that important.
Yeah, or I would have needed it by now.
Exactly.
Yes. And now you talking about the little 3.5s, or are you talking about the old ones?
No, the little 3.5s, not the 5-inch floppy.
Yeah, yeah.
3.5 inch. They were hard plastic.
Oh my gosh, girl, I remember those days.
Yeah.
And they only had what 50 megabyte or
if that
200 or something like that.
I don't know. It's it would hold one picture today.
You remember you have to buy a pack of 50 to be able to do back up anything. Oh my gosh, yes, I remember those. But those went by the wayside really fast. And you know what? At one time, I had a bunch of those 5.5s, and they were truly floppies. You put them in there, and you could hear them spinning.
Yeah.
Even though there was nothing but plastic and paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, golly. That was the old 286, 386. You got a 586. Oh my gosh, dude, you're rocking it. You got 100 megabyte. Oh my gosh, how can you afford that?
You will never need more room than that.
Yes, I remember them saying that stuff. Yes. Oh my gosh, unbelievable.
Yeah, we're really dating ourselves here.
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, Miss Marie, I can remember. And I can remember no computers, none.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only computer that anybody had was, if you were IBM.
The mainframes that took up large rooms.
In a massive way, not a small way, in a massive way.
Yeah.
I can remember when computers first came into the military. And when they said they needed volunteers to help, maintain these things and do this and that, I raised my hand. I was one of the first ones. I'll do it because I wanted to learn about them,
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Yeah.
And dating ourselves, no doubt, but that's okay with me.
I think people already know we're old, so if that's news.
Yeah, if that's news, that's right. Yes.
This is the first episode you're listening to.
That's true. Well, you know what? I'm glad that we are where we are, right? It's a great time to be alive, and I'm glad we're both alive. And I mean it more ways than one. Here, you and I are at an age where some people would say, you know what? I've done everything I want to do. I don't want to do anything else. I'm just going to sit by and watch life go by, right? Mm-hmm. You and I are like, nah, we're going to continue to be productive. We're going to do things. We're going to create. We're going to have an impact. You and I are not sitting around convincing ourselves that we've earned the rocking chair / lazy boy environment.
Well, and I think we're part of that pivotal generation. Like our parents' generation was the work hard for the 30, 40 years, whatever it is, and then you're going to retire and sit and do nothing. I remember my dad, that was his goal. He was going to sit in his recliner and watch TV and smoke his cigarettes and drink his beer. And that was it. That was his goal for retirement. And our generation is more, there are things we want to do. We want to, finish our career, whatever it may be, what we've done for work for our lives. But then we're going to pursue our passion projects. We're going to do those hobby things, and maybe those generate an income as well. And I think there's a combination with our generation. There are the folks who have planned ahead and can do the fun things and pursue the passions. And then there are the people that, are the greeters at Walmart and stuff like that who have to still have some sort of supplementary income because they haven't planned for retirement. They're not financially prepared for it. And we're living longer. Although I read an article just recently that U.S. life expectancy dropped in 2020.
Oh.
Partially because of the virus, partially because of some of the peripheral effects with the virus, the isolation, the suicide rates going up, alcoholism going up, those types of things, other diseases that weren't treated and ended up proving to be fatal because of the virus. This is the first time in, I don't remember how long they said that life expectancy actually dropped in the U.S., which is interesting. I don't think that's going to be a trend, but different.
That's very interesting. I did not know that.
It is, but people are active longer. I mean, like when I was a kid, when the grandparents hit the 60s, 70s or whatever, they weren't doing anything anymore. People in their 60s, 70s now, they're traveling, they're doing stuff, they're running businesses, they're, they're still active. And then, you have the politicians of the world. I mean, what, Biden's 78, Pelosi's got to be pushing 80. All the
I
politicians.
think she's
are
pushing
crazy.
the 800.
What's that?
I think she's pushing 800.
Well, that could be.
Don't get me started on her.
I won't. I was just the age. The age.
Yes, I know. It's the reason why I kept my comments to myself. I took everything I had. I was going,
Biting that tongue.
I was biting that tongue. There's no doubt about that. Anyway, yeah, you bring up a good point. I did not know that. Thank you for sharing that. That makes sense, though. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
As you said, yeah, it definitely makes sense, huh? Interesting. Well, I'm sure there'll be changes again soon. So stay tuned. There'll be more news on that, I'm sure.
Exactly. It's kind of like the weather here in Utah. If you don't like it, wait 5 minutes. It'll change.
Yep. Hey, have you noticed that a lot of things have gotten very expensive lately?
Oh, you mean inflation?
I'm trying to stay away from that word.
Well, it's a reality. As much as people are trying to deny it or say it's a transitory thing, I would just wait. It's going to get worse.
Yeah.
I'm not an economist. I don't have a crystal ball, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely going to get worse. I was telling the wife this morning that a lot of things are going up dramatically. Some of the things that I buy as part of my process that I do in, as you know, other arenas, they have gotten very expensive, prohibitive so. And I told her, I said, I refuse to pay those prices. And excuse me. And because it's into my profits, and I'm not going to raise my prices and gouge people to maintain my profit margin. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's been a very frustrating. Of course, when you got I peed my pants up there pretending to be a leader and has no clue what he's doing. He's never has. The only thing he knows really good to do is to cheat and lie, and he does that very well. But the point is that you got them up there. What do you expect? So I just I told the wife, I said, we're just going to have to keep our eyes open and ride it out and see how things unfold. And we'll we got ball bearing hips. We'll move and flex when we have to. But there's some things that I've already stopped doing because of the pricing. And the great thing is what you and I bring to the table, we don't have to raise our prices to meet profit margins. You and I have what we need where we need it. And so there's nothing there that you and I have to be charging an exorbitant amount for, right?
Well, exactly. And to be honest, the demand for our product should be going up because people are going to need to find another source of income if they don't already have it.
That's right.
Because odds are the day job that you have, you are not going to be seeing any increases that are going to keep track with the cost of living that's currently happening, much less what's potentially coming. Yeah. And time is a limited thing. You know, if you want to have a little bit of a life, if you want to be able to spend time with your family, you know, having a second job isn't always necessarily something that people are able to do. Even driving like Uber and Lyft, that's a time-consuming thing. That's time away from your family. Certainly, you know, works as kind of that side gig, side hustle type of thing. Yep. But the network marketing industry gives you the ability to work from home, to leverage your time, still have time with your family, and make what could be a better than average income. So I think a lot more people are going to find their way into this industry in the coming months and years. And if you want to be able to be successful, to make that income, to be able to maintain or improve your lifestyle, obviously you want to do things the right way. You want to be able to make the industry work for you. And that's certainly what we provide. So
Oh gosh, yeah.
hopefully we'll have the opportunity to, be exposed to a lot more people, to be helping a lot more people here in the not too distant future. So it's exciting.
sure hope
I mean,
so.
it's exciting to be able to help folks in that way. It's not so exciting the reason that it's happening, I guess.
Excuse me, I would agree 100%. And, speaking of that, just kind of give people a update because you and I, we talk about so many other things. I've been, as you know, Miss Marie, we just talked about it, been sidetracked this past week with a lot of things. And it's not an excuse, it just happens. And being that really at this moment, for the most part, I'm a one-man team, I do get help on the peripheral. Every once in a while, I use Fiverr a lot, as I say, and I've had good results lately, so that's awesome. And I hope that trend continues. As Miss Marie, as you know, like anything, you got to find good people and then hold on to them, right? And in Fiverr, sometimes it's hard to do because they're trying to make as much money as they can in the shortest time possible. And at the same time, are trying to hold on to them, right? So it can be a real challenge, to say the least. So, but the thing is, we don't have a whole lot left that needs to be done on a major scale outside of the lead site. And so anyway, the point is that I have been chomping at the bit to get this, everything that we need to get done. I am ready to rock. I am tired of being floating, and it's not on purpose. When you've got, as you know, and we've talked about that, and this is not about me. I've got 2 more surgeries with the dogs towards the end of this month. And no telling how many more surgeries with the wife, as we talked about. She's got another one this week, which is aggravating. But the point is, I got a full month because it's not just the surgery, Miss Marie, it's the recovery.
Right.
And the dogs depend on me to give them the medication. And plus, I hold them, I cuddle them, and Sophie's going to go through a major surgery, and Luke possibly going through it as well. They're both going to be done the same day, believe it or not.
Oh.
Yeah. I
Are
got
you getting the 2-for-1 deal from the vet?
2-for-1. That is another $1,200, $1,300, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. I'm not sure yet until they get in there, right? So that'll take it close to over $8,500 since December. Not counting, because Sophie is going to have one of those megaphone things on to keep her from chewing.
The cone of shame.
And that is so hard to monitor them, especially if you have a strong-willed dog, what she is. So her and I are going to be battling, which is going to take up time. I can't sit in front of the computer.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to get as much done between now and then. Of course, I've been taking care of the wife, and this is not about me. And, there's a lot of people got a whole lot worse. Guys, this is not about me. We're just talking. It's like we're sitting on the front porch with a drink. We're just talking. So, the wife needed a lot of attention. She came back and was in a stupor, and you can imagine, all drugged up, in pain, can't hardly move. She got to go to the bathroom. Guess who has to help her to the bathroom? You know what? If she needs a drink of water, guess who has to get out and get it? Because she can't. And so that's what a spouse is for, is to be there during those moments. So it has been very hard to get in front of the computer. Miss Marie got in touch with me the other day and said, "Hey, you want to do this together?" And I was like, "Hell no." It's been a long day. No, I'm not doing anything. I went downstairs, Miss Marie, plopped my butt in front of the TV and had a drink and sat there with the doggies. I didn't want anybody talking to me. I just needed quiet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to veg and refresh a
there
little bit.
There it is, right there.
Totally
so that's
get
what
that.
I did.
Yeah, for sure.
And, didn't mean to put you off, Miss Marie, but I told you, I said it was a long day, and it was.
No, totally fine. And I know it's been a long week too, so maybe we should wrap up here. Let folks enjoy their Friday the 13th festivities, whatever those may happen to be, and launch into the weekend.
Well, guys, don't forget about our live event. I'm not going to get into it. You can see it there. We talk about it each and every day. The link is below. You can see the URL address on the screen for all of you on the podcast, MLMmastersacademy.com. That is to go and register for our live event. I'm not going to get into it other than say there's no payment necessary. We are going to be aggressively working towards making that happen. I'm going to be divvying up here very shortly task for Miss Marie and task for me. She's going to work on a certain part, and I'm going to work on another part. We're going to meet in the middle and see what we have to do to make this happen. So we are going to be very shortly. The only reason, I'm sorry I keep doing that. The cat's right here, and her hair is flying around. And it's tickling my nose. You know how that feels, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
She's right here, and it just...
It's shedding season.
Oh
it's
gosh,
warm, and it's like they walk by. It's like pig pen. It's like this fur cloud.
Yes. You know what? I sweep every day and vacuum every day. We have one room with carpet. I literally have to vacuum every day, and I have to sweep every day. With 8 animals, you can imagine. So
goodness.
if I didn't, it would be, as you said, a pig pen. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, about the live event. Miss Marie and I are going to, the only reason I haven't gotten that list to her yet, we lightly touched on it earlier in the week, but the thing is that Rob has been so busy and not able to get in front of the computer. And believe it or not, Miss Marie, I don't know about you, but when I sit in front of the computer, I have to have my total attention. I can put headphones on, and as you can see, my headphones are right. Well, you can see it. I'll put headphones on and work, and I can do that,
Mm-hmm.
And before you know it, an hour or two has gone by because you'll enjoy the music so much. But anyway, when I can only sit down for 45 minutes, that's so fast. It goes by so fast that I don't do anything at all except just sit in the quiet and do the short little burst of stuff. So when I make our to-do list for the live event, I need to make sure that it has my total attention, and I'll be sending that to you, I'm sure, over the next couple of days. And then you and I can talk about it and divvy it up and go from there. What do you think?
I think that sounds great. I'm excited. The live event is coming, so
Yes, yep.
Go to that MLMmastersacademy.com and register to get that notification.
That's right. Well, I'm going to be taking, as we close, I'm going to be taking a lot of major steps this week. Once I'm able to, let's see, it's Friday. This weekend, I'll get through, I would say starting Sunday, I'll be able to really start cranking down based on what Friday surgery is like. It's a minor surgery. And she's recovered well in the past, but we'll see. We're getting older.
Yep, that's true.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, the point is that I will be able to sit down and start cranking it out. And I will say this as we close. If it tells me anything this past week, and as you and I know, we talked beforehand about a couple of deaths close to us. And we, unfortunately, it looks like we have another one on the horizon. And I tell you what, it lights a fire under you. It really does. And I'm not trying to be sentimental. Sometimes I went to bed last night, and I'm not dragging this episode on. I went to bed last night, and this thought just catapulted right to the forefront of my head. And it was, you better get this shit done. And I'm not just talking about what you and I are working on. I'm talking about some of the other stuff, and because I forget, Miss Marie, that I'm 64. I do. I feel great. I have a lot of energy, and I just feel like I'm going to live forever, right? I mean, that kind of gives you, but these events sometimes make you sit back and reflect, not to be sentimental, not to get all... But you know what? It's not like every day I'm getting younger,
Right.
And you and I are certainly not dragging this out. We gave ourselves a year. You and I are coming. We just went over a year, and we have given ourselves that, and we've proven that this has got real possibilities. And now you and I, as you know, even before the year came out, we started making a lot of changes, did we not?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And going in the new direction. And we've hit a few bumps along the road that has caused us to slow down a little bit, but we keep moving forward. But last night it said, you better get this shit done. And I mean that. You know, it lit a fire under me, almost to the point where I was going to get up, but I was still tired. I said, no, I've got to get my sleep. I've got to take care of myself. I can't do that. And so I did end up getting a good night's sleep. And I am chomping at the bit to get this stuff done so you and I can move forward in a rapid pace and get on a new track. That's going to be a lot more fun than what we've been doing now. This is fun, but I think the new track's going to be a lot more entertaining and a lot more fun.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. I'm ready for it to happen. I really am. So what I'm telling you as I close, I've got a fire lit under me. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to finish this thing so you and I can get on that rocket ship and go in that new direction. And the live events is part of that. So you and I will talk in private, because we don't want to take up these good people's time. We'll talk in private, as we always do, and we'll cover that.
Sounds good.
All righty, kiddo. Well, you take care. It's always good working with you. Have a great weekend. I wish all you out there a great weekend as well. Be safe. Be careful. Do protect yourself of the virus. Do your 6 feet. If you feel like you need to wear a mask, I don't. That's fine. I support the mask. I'm not anti-mask. Miss Marie, I'm not going to speak for you. I sanitize all the time. I keep 6 feet. I'm not going to be stupid. I'm not going to go up and lick somebody that's infected. All right.
Well, in general, you probably shouldn't go up and lick anybody.
Yeah, I don't think that would work. But I'm also not going to go up and snort their air, right? Or if I see somebody getting ready to sneeze, oh, wait a minute, let me get in your area, your sphere of air, your personal space. Now you can sneeze. I'm not going out looking for trouble, all right? But at the same time, I'm not going to live in fear. I hope all of you will use common sense and be careful, protect yourself in whatever way you choose to protect yourself, right, Miss Marie? You and I support that, whatever that may be.
Yep. Personal choice and responsibility.
That's all this should be. All right, guys, with that being said, we're done. We're out of here. God bless. Take care. Be safe. We shall see you Monday at 11 a.m. Miss Marie, as we close, do you know what Monday's subject is?
Yep. Monday, we're going to be talking about PinRank and how it relates to the health of your business.
PinRank. Now, that's going to be fun. I enjoy that. Ought to be an entertaining show.
Aren't all our shows entertaining, though?
Yes, yes.
But we haven't focused on PinRank too much. We've talked about it in passing in a number of different episodes, but we haven't focused on it. So I figure we'll spend a little bit of time talking about PinRank on Monday.
That is a great one. You picked a great you're right. That'll be a lot of fun. How PinRank, how you get it, the importance of it, and how you can financially benefit from PinRank advancement, down the line. There's a lot of great subject matter in that episode. And Miss Marie, starting next week, like this right here on the ticker, I'm going to start putting the date in there.
Okay.
Monday, the 16th of August, PinRank will be the subject matter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the people, because if they catch this video somewhere, they may not know what day it is and what would follow. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
All right. Another change. All right, guys, y'all take care. We're done. Have a good weekend, Miss Marie. Thank you so much for everything.
Happy Friday the 13th.
Yeah. I forgot all about it till you said that.
Thanks for listening to today's podcast. Download our podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and other podcast platforms. Visit our website at www.themlmsolution.net for additional important information, show details, and past shows. Follow us on Parler, Rumble, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, or the get notified button while visiting our other social media platforms.